Hello and welcome to the Wild Zone. In today's episode, we take a look at a project which tries to help the wildlife in the swamp live in harmony with the humans.
Though many of the people who live near the marsh don't realize what impact they have on it and the cranes, there are now plans to try and improve the situation. The Worldwide Fund for Nature is supporting a pioneering scheme to make the best possible use of the marsh for the benefit of both the people and the wildlife. Much is often said about these kinds of schemes, but this is a real chance to put words into action.
Especially on Wednesday morning.
And they must get on with it. Population pressure increases every day, and some of the damage being done to the swamp, like drainage, may be difficult to change back later. Lined by strips of forest which provide wood, the swamp offers a whole mix of potential uses. Of course, the key ingredient is clean water, something that is becoming more and more important around the world, whether it be in the cities of Europe or the densely farmed areas around Saiwa Swamp. It certainly is important to the cranes. Without it, the future of their kind will be at risk. Only cows, but this is a sensitive time. The farmer is not just cutting reeds for thatch, although the swamp can supply that if it's managed properly. No, it's for an interesting experiment to see how his cows respond to various forms of fodder from the swamp. It turns out that some plants go down very well, and so the swamp's value is raised a bit more. There's also progress back at the nest. In the past, perhaps the river was taken for granted. It rose and fell with the seasons, but it was always there, flowing quietly through the swamp. But now there are many changes along its course, and as with all rivers, it's a common link where upstream affects the downstream. The flow, the supply, and the quality of water can affect the food of the people. Here they're turning vegetation into fish, a popular tasty species called tilapia. But the fish farm will only succeed if the water's right. Then you have to catch those fish, which involves the cost of nets, how to use them, and a management plan for the future. Cecilia Gichuki, along with Morris Wangala, is the driving force behind all this. And it so happens that Cecilia's husband, Nathan, wrote up his bird research at Cambridge University on, appropriately, crowned cranes. He studied them here at Saiwa.
It's really interesting to note that if the resources are used properly, everyone can be happy. In next week's episode, we'll be looking at how the river can be used. Be sure to tune in.